Okay. Here's Zainab binti Ahmad, Director General, Department of Polytechnic and Community College Education. Dr. Muhammad Rashahidi, Elias Rusdi bin Muhammad, Senior Director, Academic DPCCE. Encik Azizan bin Hitam, Director of our Instructional Digital Learning Division, Senior Director, Directors of the Divisions in DPCCE, Deputy Directors of the Divisions in DPCCE, Mr. Daniel Shen, Director, Soqqle Private Limited Singapore, lecturers from polytechnics and community colleges, participants of the Social Mobile Integrated Learning Environment SMILE Workshop Series, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Now, welcome to the virtual signing ceremony of the agreed minutes of the meeting between Department of Polytechnic and Community College Education, DPCCE, and Soqqle Private Limited, Singapore. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Umawati Tashramuti, Senior Assistant Director from the Instructional Unit, Instructional and Digital Learning Division, Department of Polytechnic and Community College Education. I'll be the moderator for today's ceremony. Without further ado, I would like to invite my colleague, Encik Akasha bin Arshad, to lead the dua recitation and observation of a moment of silence to seek for blessings from the Almighty. Over to you, Encik Akasha.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Umar. Okay, let us recite a prayer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Ashrafil Anbiya wal Mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam wa ila ya'udhu salam wa ira rabbana salam. Ya salam salimna ajma'in wa aj'alna min al-abadin. In the name of Allah, the merciful, praise be to Allah, God of the world, that your blessing and your peace be upon your servant and your Messenger Muhammad and his family. Allahumma ya Allah, on this glorious day, in conjunction with the virtuous, for a great meeting of meeting between Department of Polytechnic and Community College Education and Soqqle Private Limited, we seek your guidance and blessings for flawless progress of this event, and it will bring great benefit to all polytechnics and college community lecturers and students, and also to all Soqqle users around the world that will make online learning experience more effective. Allahumma ya Hayyum ya Hayyum ya Zalal wal Ikram. You are the mercy or the mercies. You are the Lord of the universe. Give us mercy from your presence and the shape for us right conduct in our life. We ask you for your knowledge that is beneficial, sustainable, is good, and deeds that are acceptable. For Allah, help us to remember you, to thank you, and to worship you in the best of manners. Forgive us, have mercy upon us, guide us, give us health, and grant us sustenance. Allahumma ya Hafizul ya Rakib. Oh Allah, you are the most forgiving and one who loves forgiving. We humbly pray to you, Allah, the Almighty. There is mutual agreement, successful, and hope to foster a good cooperation and collaboration between Department of Polytechnics and Community College Education and Soqqle Private Limited. Ya Muzil Al-Barakah. O Allah, restore our beloved country, Malaysia. Preserve us from any threat and disaster, neither man-made or no natural disaster. And to you, O Allah, security and prosperity upon us, our leaders and our country. Bestow patience in us in order to face the challenges from you. Please accept our deeds, reward us accordingly. Amin ya rabbal alamin. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Encik Akasha, for the prayers. So good morning, Wan Zainab. How are you feeling today?
Good morning, Dr. Uma.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much for being here. As you mentioned, the day has come.
Yes.
It's been a long-awaited moment for us from UNPD for this area. Virtual signing ceremony. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick look at our agenda for today. So, after the Dua recital, there will be opening remarks from our Honorable DG, followed by opening remark from Daniel Shan from Soqqle Private Limited Singapore, and then we'll be witnessing the virtual signing of the AMM, and then a brief introduction to the Social Mobile Integrated Learning Environment, Smile Pedagogy Workshop Series, and the next session will be another webinar. It will be given by Daniel Shan. Yeah? So that'll be a different link, and I'll brief you guys later. All right, so distinguished webinar participants. Soqqle is a social media app similar to Instagram and TikTok, developed specially for the education sector by Soqqle Private Limited Singapore. The app allows lecturers to easily review large volumes of student-generated content, such as vlogs and images. Social media apps have the potential to create interactive educational environments where students can learn, collaborate with peers, and communicate with lecturers while benefiting from a social and pedagogical structure like a real class. Using Soqqle, students just need to swipe up to view content from others. They can add comments to engage peer-to-peer, and the app is integrated with teacher feedback. Now, in the era of COVID-19, the need to enrich this way of education has become even more crucial. So, Puan, now Soqqle's proof of concept has been evaluated in 5 colleges so far, starting last year, namely College Community Selayang, College Community Bukit Beruang, College Community Klang, College Community Kot Lannas, and College Community Rao. Now, according to the team of early adopters of Soqqle in workplace English course, for example, Cik Wan Shukriya Wan Muhammad from College Community Selayang, Puan Farah Zahida Muhammad Noor of College Community Bukit Beruang, and Puan Zuliana Zulkifli Chandra of KK Klang, the integration of the easy-to-use app has increased their students' engagement and motivation. Students at College Community Selayang itself produced over 250 vlogs in the last semester. Puan Nur Shasha Christina binti Mazuri from College Community Kot Lannas, who recently won Best Presentation for the inaugural Polycc English Support Material Development Competition, found that her students are more encouraged now to speak in English and have the autonomy in content creation in a creative manner using Soqqle. Now, instead of vlogs, which requires higher bandwidth, we have another colleague, Encik Muhammad Ashraf bin Abdul Ghani, that his students at College Community Rao have used Soqqle for images and animation creation. So instead of vlogs, which requires a lot more bandwidth, they opted for images and animation creation. Now, based on these success stories points, more community colleges will be piloting the use of Soqqle this year. However, remember, technology is just a tool. Using technology meaningfully is even more crucial. Now, lecturers need to learn how they can harness the power of technology by becoming instructional designers themselves. Now, hence, the Instructional and Digital Learning Division has designed the Social Mobile Integrated Learning Smile Workshop Series in collaboration with Soqqle Private Limited. The Smile Workshop Series will begin right after the AMM ceremony today, and I'll be sharing with you later on what we have planned for the week. Today's event comes at an important juncture where we use this AMM to begin our partnership and support with Soqqle. Without further ado, I humbly request Yen Zainab binti Ahmad, our Director General, to give her opening remarks. Over to you, Puan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Uma. It's so I'm so proud to hear about all the accomplishments that have been done so far prior to this opening ceremony and signing of the AMN. So can I just begin by saying Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Firstly, to Dr. Muhammad Rashahidi bin Muhammad, our Senior Director for Academics, our Directors of Divisions from the Department of Polytechnics and Community Colleges Education, the Directors of the Polytechnics and Community Colleges who are present with us this morning, and our very good friend, my first acquaintance with the guy behind all this effort, Mr. Daniel Shen Diandong, the Director of Soqqle Private Limited Singapore. So last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum again and a very good morning to everyone. According to the recent research, the incorporation of mobile devices in teaching and learning are one of the top 5 strategic technologies to watch for, especially in the COVID-19 era. Mobile learning has gained an increasing interest around the globe, while in the days of COVID-19, the need to enrich this way of education has appeared. The latest technological advances, especially in the use of mobile social media applications, is used to create interactive educational environments where students can learn, collaborate with their peers, and communicate with their lecturers, while benefiting from a social and pedagogical structure similar to a real class. Thus, in responding to the pandemic, I believe that the integration of social mobile learning will eventually become an integral component of the TVET education. Could the move to online learning be the catalyst to create a new, more effective method of educating our students? Well, I hope so. While some worries that the hasty nature of the transition online may hinder this goal, I hope the majority of you plan to make e-learning part of your new normal after experiencing the benefits firsthand since the pandemic. Here, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Instructional and Digital Learning Division, BIPD, Industry and Community Collaboration Division, BKIK, and the TVET Coordination Division, BKTVET, in making this event possible. And all of you, of course, who are present with us this morning. International collaboration in terms of exchanging experiences related to implementing the training programs, as well as conducting studies and consultations between Soqqle Private Limited Singapore and Department of Polytechnic and Community Colleges Education, Ministry of Higher Education, is very much timely. I am very pleased to be part of this virtual signing of the agreed minutes of meeting between Soqqle Private Limited Singapore and our department. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For that, I'm turning back to you, Dr. Umar.
Thank you, Puan. Thank you so much. So without further ado, I call upon Mr. Daniel Shen, Director of Soqqle Private Limited Singapore, to give his opening remark and continue the discussion on the areas of cooperation and collaboration as highlighted in the AMM. Over to you, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Daniel. I'm from Soqqle, Singapore. Before I say anything, it's a bit of echo on your end, so maybe you can try and check that one out. But I was very lucky last year to meet Dr. Umar in an event in the US about flipped classrooms, and through luck, I was able to meet a group of very passionate educators, lecturers in Malaysia, and I felt that there's a fantastic opportunity for us to try and find out how we could collaborate and do greater things together. And the vocational schools and polytechnics in Malaysia are a perfect domain, a perfect area for social mobile learning, being that videos are the next big thing, one of the big things that we can use for education, especially through the use of social learning, where students could learn from each other for the first time instead of just the teachers spending a lot of time and effort to try and teach students. And now students could actually have a way to share content with each other and enhance their experience and make it more immersive. Historically, the problems have always been that the systems that we have are just very, very difficult to manage larger volumes. If you have 100 videos every week, what system do you use to manage those videos? And even so, was there even a need for 100 videos a week? And the answer is likely going to be yes now. We want to move from a more summative assessments to a more formative way. So very happy to be part of this program, part of this opportunity to collaborate with the Polytechnic and colleges in Malaysia through this signing of AMM 6 points. So number one, encouraging joint conferences, joint events like this one. Uh, on the conference tomorrow, we will have speakers from Hong Kong, Indonesia, Singapore as well. We'll all be sharing about how Soqqle can be used in different domains. Number two, technical research where possible and where of interest to the individual lecturers within Malaysia. So I work very closely with lecturers to try and understand and define what are the specific goals that the individual lecturers would have. So later on in a session that I'll be sharing, I'll be touching on 7, 8 different pedagogies. And for different lecturers, you might have a different interest. So that will be a potential area for us to collaborate with other lecturers even outside Singapore. So would love to chat and see how more we can try and do such collaborations. Number three, which will be through these experiences, sharing of the technical domains to implement the programs. So through this research, we try and create a more data-driven, a more structured approach to implementing technology. As you know, research and development, R&D, is not just development and implementation. We need to research to make sure that we are doing the right things. So number three is very, very critical. Number four, disseminating the studies and research. Where possible, we can share and do that together in conferences all over the world. Number five, certificates and qualifications. As we try and build on a program and we try and implement methods of how social mobile learning in an integrated environment can be used, we will try and come up with qualifications or certificates that tries to be able to share and give, in a way, badges to people who have been able to perform and evidence that they can do it well. And of course, to bring it to the next stage. So that's where we want to get to from the certifications and qualifications. And lastly, any other forms of cooperation in TVET training and learning, where we might be able to be introduced. So that will be something that anybody, any other lecturers who feel that, hey, there's a better way to do this or another way that we can spread this out, will be something that we will love to do. So thanks everybody for giving us or giving me the opportunity to do a collaboration and to be a part of this AMM. Thank you, Dr. Umar. I'll hand it back to you.
Right, so thank you, Daniel. So Daniel has actually given us a walkthrough of the areas of cooperation and collaboration between Soqqle Private Limited and the Department of Polytechnic and Community College Education. All right, so we will proceed with our main agenda, which is the AMM document signing. All right. Okay, so this is the first time for all of us here at BIPD in handling an online agreed minutes of meeting signing ceremony due to the pandemic. Else, I'm sure Daniel would have taken the first flight over here. All right. Okay. So, Puan, so you have your iPad with you, and you may sign the document. All right.
Wow. First time signing a document watched by many others online.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Give us a few moments while I get onto this. Okay. Everybody's watching. Hopefully this.
All right. So you can say your prayers first before you sign.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Right. Okay. So
Oh, okay. Done. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much. Maybe request both parties to hold their individual iPads for a photo session. All right, so traditionally it would be done,
Oh, okay.
is that okay?
Right.
All right, so maybe we can focus on one. Yeah.
Yes, he's got both here. Um, okay. All right. Hold it up a bit, okay? Is that which way? Or this way better? Yeah. Then.
Hey, wait.
Hang on.
Hang on, hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me. All right. Okay, you're done. Okay, you're done. Can put it down. Okay, thank you.
So congratulations, a special thank you to Tia Zainab binti Ahmad, Dr. Muhammad Rashahidi bin Muhammad, Encik Nur Azizan bin Tam, Dr. Zainab Ashab bin Zainab Abidin, Dr. Siti Norida Ali, Cik Nah Fazila binti Abdul Jalil, and Puan Moniza Wati Abdullah for the unwavering support since the beginning. We mooted this idea and making this inaugural signing event successful. Of course, with my technical team here and VIPD definitely.
Yeah.
So we're all looking forward to the successful implementation of our AMM. Now with that, we'll have a quick look at what we have planned for the week. Please. All right, so just give us a second. Alright, so I'll be introducing a bit about the Social Mobile Integrated Learning Environment SMILE pedagogy workshop series. So that's a term that we coined here. All right, so let's just give an overview. Next slide, please. Okay. So this is an overview of the SMILE project, which we began embarking on last year. So during starting September last year, we established the need to increase engagement and motivation among students, especially when they're learning during the pandemic. Yeah. Then we went on to identify and recruit early adopters of social mobile learning for workplace English and communicative English courses. And then we did the pilot, and then we gathered feedback. And each time we get the feedback, we try to improve the app. Yeah. So this time around, we are in the design and development phase. Starting from this month, we are going to have the onboarding or the orientation session to the new cohort. And then we'll be coming up with the tasks and activities, the idea generation on what tasks and activities can be done for workplace English and communicative English course. And then we'll proceed to the lesson plan development. Hopefully, by October 2021, we'll be able to implement and roll out the lesson plan so that we'll be able to measure students' engagement, motivation, their perception, and the usability of the app. Right? So this is the poster of our event today. So after taking a short break, we'll be having a sharing session with Mr. Daniel Shen with his topic on Introduction to Social Mobile Integrated Learning Environment Pedagogy, Gamification, and Social Media Marketing. So I really hope lecturers, Polytechnic lecturers and community college lecturers, especially those who are teaching workplace English and communicative English, will be able to join us in that session later. Right? Right. Tomorrow, we'll be having more international guests from Hong Kong, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Singapore to share with us their best practices on using Soqqle in various courses. So one, as you can see, we have for Chinese language learning. For IELTS speaking, College Community Selayang will be sharing how Wan Shukriya has actually used Soqqle for the past 3 semesters. Yeah, so she'll be sharing her experience. Dr. Paulina Wong from Ling Lang University, Hong Kong, will be sharing on social mobile learning for sustainable development. We have Dr. Gary Wong, who will be sharing on housing HK and experiential learning simulation game. Those days we had the Sims game, the simulation. Yeah, so he'll be sharing on how he's used Soqqle for that. Then we have Dr. Ray Wong from Thailand. from Thammasat University on social mobile learning with 21st century skills learning for Thailand 4.0, which is their country's initiative. Yeah, the latest initiative. And then we also have Dr. Pia Pangsapa from Thammasat University, Thailand, who will be sharing on social learning for global studies in Thailand. Followed by Dr. Y Sing from NEM Polytechnic Singapore, who will be sharing on evidencing laboratory experiments for biomedical engineering. So it's not only for English, but you can see it's done in so many other courses around the world. And finally, we'll have Professor Baitao from ITE Singapore, learning with Soqqle for chemical process technology. So I hope everyone will be able to join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. to join us in the sharing session, where we'll be actually at the end of the sharing session, we'll have a panel discussion for us to consolidate ideas on how better Soqqle can be used in our teaching and learning. So these are sure.
Can I just say, I'm so looking forward to this, the future of where Smile and Soqqle will take us, because I see the expansion that we're going more into Tibet programs, and we are coordinating with other Tibet institutions in other countries in Southeast Asia. I see that as a good move, and I hope everybody will, people involved in this will really make use and excel for the benefit of our students. So I just like to say good luck for tomorrow and the future. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, so for Tibet, videos actually play an important role in Tibet because we may want to demonstrate something. So that's how we're trying to embark on the potential of using videos and social learning for Tibet education. So on Wednesday, we'll be having, Mr. Daniel Chan will be having a hands-on training on how you can download and use Soqqle. So that'll be special for those, new ones who are interested. They can actually join that session on day 3. On Wednesday, and then so that's the ID generation based on the workplace English and communicative English. As I mentioned just now, a tool is just a tool, but how do we actually use it meaningfully in your lesson? That is something that lecturers need to understand. So we're going to have a week by week task and activities development for these 2 courses, together with the lecturers who have been nominated to join the social mobile integrated learning workshop. Yeah, and finally on Thursday, we'll be looking at how we can start designing lesson plans, which we will continue for the subsequent workshop series scheduled in August. So we're hoping to implement a more structured implementation of Soqqle in lessons beginning October. So thank you again, everyone. A gentle reminder for the audience. Oh yes, point. So this is a very this slide actually summarizes how we can actually try to humanize learning when you're teaching online. So I read this article so I feel that Soqqle or any these social media apps actually they have the potential to allow students to express themselves through writing, through voice, and through video. It allows students to actually organize themselves into groups, even create a portion of the classroom content. So for example, it's not that everything the lecturer has to prepare, but students can themselves prepare content for their friends to learn from. And if you can teach someone, that means you know your content enough.
Perhaps this is really from the student-centered learning.
Exactly.
Yeah. All the creativity will come out.
Correct. So they can use even videos as a catalyst for discussion. So you can invite students to contribute videos, images, links that demonstrate examples of concepts. So this helps students to discover real-world connections of what they have learned. Yeah. It also encourages students to try new things and believe in them. Some of the students, based on our previous pilot, they didn't believe that they were able to come up with these videos. So when they I remember some of the sharing sessions, and the lecturers mentioned that when they saw their peers could do it, they're like, oh, I think I can do better. And the work just kept improving in terms of quality. Yeah, so they tend to challenge each other in a classroom setting in a way, but this is done virtually, right?
And it's active learning.
Correct. Yes. Okay. So the next point would be have students to learn from each other. Right. Okay, so the 5th point was to get students to learn from each other by collaborating, and also finally is to get them to actually work in a social environment. So now students are not able to meet each other face to face, but we're trying to do it, virtually. Right. Okay, so that's all. I think a gentle reminder for the audience to head on to www.sublu.my and click the WebEx meeting logo and join us for the next session, which starts in a bit, where we're going to hear Daniel sharing his section on Introduction to Social Mobile Integrated Learning Environment Pedagogy and a bit about gamification and social media marketing. So thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Juan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's a history in the making.
Yes,
So,
inaugural.
part of it.
Yeah, in the inaugural AMM meeting. Yeah, Daniel, do you have anything you wanna say?
No, I'm great. I'm happy to hear this. Thank you so much for having this session. Looking forward to share
So we have a couple of minutes. If you would like to leave any of your comments on the chat, any questions, yeah, we still have about 2 minutes on the chat.
Okay, that's okay.
You know, questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's all the time we have for now. So I'll see you in a bit. Please check the other link and we will join Daniel's keynote session. All right, thank you everyone. Bye bye.